Simon here, just sat in one of my essays. I've just come here to have a little inspection and see how we're looking. In fact, this is a property we may even be purchasing. So I like to get my feet on the ground every now and then and see what's going on. So big questions we've been getting in the community this week has been about objections. And these objections are in relation to serviced accommodation properties or Airbnb. So imagine this, you find a property, you get a yes in terms of the rent and the term, and then what happens is you have to massage the deal. That's what I call it. Massaging the deal is what happens from when you've had a yes to when you get the keys and sign the contract. And two big objections we've been getting this week in the Rent-to-SA program is, number one, how many occupiers are you going to have in the property? Now, this is a tough one, because if you've got a 4-bed property like this, I could technically probably occupy 10 or 12 people. Now remember, HMO laws do not apply because this is on a short-term let basis, all right? So there is no HMO legislation at the time of filming this video, at least. So we can go up in numbers. But if you're the owner of a 4-bed property, you probably don't or may not like the idea of 8, 10, 12 people in your property. And it's even more important when you've got a smaller property. Sometimes you've got a 2-bed and they will say, we only want 3 people in the property, when maybe you could actually sleep 5. Well, how do you overcome it? Well, the best way to overcome this is to be honest. Don't lie. You cannot sign an agreement that says there's only going to be 3 people and then have 5 in there. That's not how we do business. Okay, we always want to be upfront and honest with the landlords and agents. So what I recommend is you say, look, you know, we couldn't really guarantee 3 occupiers. We have a range of different clients staying in the property. Some will be small groups, some will be families. So if they insist on putting a figure, then make sure that it's realistic. So I'd be happy to say 5 occupiers for a 2-bed, no problem. In an ideal scenario, keep it vague so you've got no restrictions whatsoever. The second big objection that we've seen this week has been in terms of the length of stay that your clients will occupy the property. So a lot of the fear behind this comes in terms of people feel like if people are coming in and out, there's going to be parties, there's going to be a lot of footfall and people won't take care of the property. But once again, you don't want to commit to an agreement that says guests or tenants have to stay a minimum of 3 or 6 months if you might want to do 3 or 6 days. So the way we overcome this objection is, once again, honest. You say, listen, our guests need varying lengths of stay. You know, some are in town for a few days, some are in town for a few months. So we really could appreciate the flexibility so that we can, make sure that we fill gaps between clients and we can guarantee your rent. Now, a lot of this is sales. Now, I know a lot of you are probably thinking, it's all right for you, Simon. You're really confident and you're good at speaking. Mate, I've shot over 500 videos, over 100 podcasts. This stuff is a skill and you have to practice it. So whenever you're overcoming objections, my top tip is be confident. And once you've finished your pitch, shut up. Okay, so what you want to say is, listen, I can't really guarantee the lengths of stay. We've got guests that need a few days and we've also got guests that need a few months. Would that be okay? And then you shut up. Then you're going to get the real response, because a lot of you have a tendency to go through the sale because what it is we don't know. And what happens is you end up not being able to read the landlord's initial reaction. And sometimes you could just shut up and get the end game that you want. I hope you found this useful. If you have, you know what to do. Comment below, subscribe to the channel. And one last thing, if you like Rent to Rent and you want to get involved, okay, make sure you check the links in the description below. There's loads of resources, loads of links. Hey, you can even book a discovery call with me or a member of my team, and we can see how we might be able to fast track your journey. Peace.